Welcome to Pepe's.
I need a coffee.
Have a cappuccino and preparationh.net, man. Genius. Fucking
It's
genius.
so funny, man. It's pretty obvious who's spamming these links. If you guys don't know who's spamming these links, it doesn't matter. But it's very very obvious who's doing it. And they were literally so butthurt about preparationh.net being an homage to their bruised and damaged rectal cavity. They're so butthurt about that they're going on a miscategorization and reporting spree. So yeah, I mean it's hysterical. Basically, what is going on right now at this stage in whatever you want to call it, the cycle or the market. We're at the stage in the cycle where we're like in the bear market of the bear market. So people have given up on pretending to be developers. People have given up on pretending to be visionaries and artists and thought leaders and stuff. And people like the person who's reporting this link, they're like, "Fuck this shit." Like, Pauly is unstoppable. I recognize that I am not on his level, and people respond differently to those types of realizations. But this person's response is to just go on a drug bender and basically become obsessed with us. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's all funny stuff. It's funny because the person who is reporting the link as malicious has also done things like spam my social security number on social media, and it's basically just obsession. Like, when you become successful at something, or when you get to a certain level, you just end up having to deal with obsessive fans and reply guys, and you know what, you can say whatever you want. But I think, Mooks, you were talking about something similar here. Like, you have fans, and you have obsessive fans, and with fandom comes haterdom, right? So you have, like, you guys can laugh at this all you want, but right now Mooks is hosting a space. There's 560 people in here, and if you don't think that there's a couple people out of those 560 that are obsessed with Mooks, you're wrong. And if you don't think that there's a couple people out of those 560 that hate Mooks and that are like, "This bastard," like, I used to have 12 people in my Twitter space, and then he started talking about the dank nugs, and now I get 2 listeners in my Twitter space. So, like, Mooks, he doesn't realize it yet, but he has probably inadvertently, like, ruined a lot of people's lives. Like, these people, they thought they had something going on. They thought they had, like, a livelihood, and look, competitive environments are exactly that. They're competitive. Some people don't understand that they're competitive. Some people aren't used to competition. And, the thing is like, it just takes time for those wounds to heal. So, to Mr. Preparation H out there, I would recommend applying an extra double down on the dose. Really slather that ointment all over there. We want you to heal as fast as possible, because when you do heal, you'll realize that I'm not your enemy. Pondcoin.com is not your enemy. Pondx.com is not your enemy. Pondx.net is not your enemy. What do we got? Pond0x.com is not your enemy. Preparationh.net is not your enemy. That one especially is your friend. And what else do we got? Oh, coparter.net. That one is probably your best friend, to be honest, because whatever you're doing right now is a total waste of energy. You're not going to slow this train down. Censorship doesn't work, especially on the internet. It doesn't work. So yeah, I mean, it's all good. Another day, another
Pauly,
drama.
are tweets disappearing from from the official Pond? Someone pointed that out, and
Yeah,
I noticed there
I'll
are some.
explain to you how that works, because there's some confusion. People are like, "Why is Polly deleting the tweets? What is going on?" What happens is, when you flag a link on Twitter as malicious or phishing or whatever, what it does is it just makes those tweets vanish. So the tweets still exist. Like, if I go onto the official Twitter account, all of the tweets that you guys can't see are still there, but Twitter hides the tweets. That's the policy. So, I mean, here's the thing: is that you have to understand, there's some individuals out there in the world that have some skills that are, relevant to the internet and things like that, but they don't know how to apply those skills in a way that is successful or rewarding or useful to them. So instead, what they're doing right now is they're having a very childish temper tantrum and meltdown. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to use their energy and the skills that they do have to try to disrupt what we're doing here. And, that's just sad. That's sad. Um, but it's, that's okay. Like it's not the end of the world. We're all like young in this formative space, and it's like when you're in kindergarten, there might be like 7 kids crying at the same time, and then like when you're in third grade, like maybe there's like 1 or 2 kids crying, and then like when you're in middle school, like someone's gonna cry every day, but like that kid's gonna get made fun of, and then like by the time you get to high school, it's like, dude, like don't cry at school, bro. Like you're embarrassing us. Like don't just cry at home or something, dude. Like keep it together, man. And like that's what we're dealing with here. It's like we're dealing with the people who are reporting this link. Like if you talk to them, they'll be like, I'm a Bitcoin OG. I've been mining Bitcoin since 2012. Well, guess what, sir? You're also the guy who was crying at high school. Like you literally are at high school. The bell rang. You have your fucking backpack. You got your like fresh Jordans and everything, but you're crying. Like you open your backpack and like your mom didn't make the ham sandwich the way that you want. She didn't cut the crust off your ham sandwich, and you're opening your book bag. You're like, my mom didn't make it the right way. Like that's what we're dealing with. It's just a lack of emotional maturity, a lack of emotional intelligence, and it is what it is. Is it annoying? Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but is it entertaining and par for the course? Yes, it is. So, anyways, for those of you listening who are concerned that I'm deleting tweets, you're welcome to be concerned about that. Do your own research. No tweets are being deleted. What happens, like I said, is if pondcoin.com gets flagged as a malicious link, which it has, then Twitter just won't display those tweets anymore. So, no cause for concern, but I'm a fan of doing your own research, and don't be concerned don't be not concerned because I'm telling you not to be. Do your own research and find out for yourself. But that's what the deal is, and you can verify that on your own.
Appreciate the update. Voice, what do you got?
Man, I just wanted to touch on, the people that's out there hating on MOOCs, hating on the sites, hating on all this stuff. I had to go on a space yesterday and like really, check this guy. What's his name? Rex or whatever. And the other guy, Masri, they trying to call MOOCs racist and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it's just this whole thing about jealousy, and they mad because you get more, you get more people coming to your spaces. It's because, these people out here, they just mad and jealous because they can't do what you do. And then you got the other guy talking about, we discussed this, and we was talking about this way before, and then all of a sudden Mooks went his own way. You mad because Mooks went his own way and he's not doing spaces with you? This stuff just don't make no sense to me, man. We all here as a community. We're trying to build this stuff up. Everybody retweeting, everybody do what they can to bring what they could bring to this community of PNDC, Pondcoin, or Pepe, whichever one you want to do, or both. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's no reason to hate on this. This is the biggest thing and the only thing going right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that these people are butthurt. They need
No, but I
preparation
mean,
H or
to be
whatever.
fair, boys, there is a reason to hate on this, because just imagine if you were like, you thought you were the coolest kid in third grade and you were like doing tricks on your yo-yo, and I pulled up in a fucking Tesla Cybertruck dropping young thug on my fucking 18-inch sub. You'd be like, like there is some reason to be upset about this, because we're making
Yeah,
motherfuckers
I mean,
look retarded. So
right. I mean, because they scammers. They really scammers though. You know what I'm saying? They think that basically they was gonna be getting over. You know what I'm saying? They think they're gonna get over on everything. Now you created something that you gonna give back to the users, the people that mine, the people that believe in this project. You know what I'm saying? They hating on it. That's all I can see. I mean, but there's no reason to be hating on somebody that's throwing spaces though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's getting more people in there. He's doing it at the same time I'm doing it. Oh well, if people don't show up to your thing and they show up to Mook's thing, more people over there. Why are you mad about it? You know what I'm saying? It just don't make
It's the
sense.
same thing that any environment that is competitive, some people just aren't. They're not built for competition. When they lose, they cry, and some people when they lose, they're like, okay, I have to improve. There's just everyone has you. Everyone has different reactions to the same thing. The same exact thing, the same experience, but everyone they can have a whole litany of different reactions for whatever reasons. For some of these people, they're triggered personally. They're deeply triggered personally because their sense of self worth is directly tied to what they perceive as their value as an innovator or a developer or a spaces host or a chef or whatever it is. People tie their identity and their self-worth to this very specific thing, and they literally go into this fight or flight state where they think, oh my gosh, like my life is ruined because someone on Twitter is starting to realize that I'm a LARP, or someone on Twitter
And
starting to pay attention to someone other than me, and like that's fine. Don't, dude. I don't care. Like if my Twitter account gets deleted, like I'll probably have some kind of like endorphin withdrawal, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, like my life is over. What am I gonna do? Like my life. This is not my
and
life.
and, and that's the crazy. Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about it. These is grown ass people crying over over because you get more views than them, or you get more people
They're not
coming in your
grown. They're not
spaces.
grown. They're
Yeah,
just
no, I'm just saying, like they. I mean, we all adults though at the end of the day, but
like
they got the mentality of a kid
thought
still.
place. Well, the whole concept of adulthood is a complete psyop. I think that there are babies that come in different sizes. They come in kids, triple extra small, and I'm like a double XL baby. So babies come in all sizes. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
I think we're going to have a yo-yo tricks and crying space later today for anyone that wants to attend. We can all cry together and see how many people we can get crying at once. I like the idea of 7 people crying at the same time for various reasons. For some reason, that's a very I don't know. Anybody have? Let's go to Mohammed. What's up, man? Welcome to the drive-through. How you doing? Are you with us?
Hi, yeah. Hi, bro. Hi,
Hi.
Mooks. Hi, Pauly. Pauly, shout out to you and everything you have done and everything you are doing for this project for BNDC. And I'm from the Middle East, by the way. I don't know that Mazri guy, okay, but I know Rect Capital, and I'm not here to defend anyone. I just want to talk for like 1 minute, and please, Mooks, don't mute me, please, bro. Uh, So first of all, I like Rect Capital is a person who's a trader trying to introduce the BNDC, by the way, to the Middle East. We are a community that he invited us to this project, and he's literally, by the way, he was in like a space 10 minutes ago, and he said that I'm gonna end this space. Go hear what Pauly has to say. Go hear what Pauly is talking about BNDC. He's not against the project. He's not against Pepe, by the way. He made like a shit ton of money from Pepe, and he believes in Pauly, and he
Hey,
believes Pauly.
Omari,
Yeah, bro.
who cares? Who cares about another person? Like, are you here to talk about yourself, or do you want to talk about some guy that no one knows, or like, dude, who cares? Who are
No,
you
no,
even
no.
talking about? Who are you talking about?
I'm not here to defend anyone or talking about
Hold
anyone,
on,
bro,
hold on, hold on, hold
because
on, hold on. Wait,
yeah,
who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Rect Capital.
Okay, who is
Yeah.
that, and what do they do?
Rect Capital is a trader. He was in the bond and in MOOCs spaces from the beginning of BNDC.
Okay,
And
okay.
I, yeah,
Okay, let me pause you there. There's
yeah,
some guy who trades crypto. Am I up to speed?
yeah.
Okay. I don't care. I personally don't give a shit. I don't trade crypto, I make projects. No, and yeah, did you know something? Every single person in this room trades crypto to some extent, right? Every single person, there's 619 people in here. We all trade crypto, every single one of us. So Why should I give a shit about your one friend who trades crypto?
No,
Why
no,
should
bro.
I care? Is it anything worth discussing?
No, bro. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm
Okay,
trying.
but you're not trying to say that. You're trying to talk about it, and I'm trying to explain to you that there's no reason to talk about
But they are attacking him and say that he's against you, man.
it. I don't
He's
care.
not.
I don't care. But
He's not.
Hold on. Who cares? You're literally talking to me. I don't give a frosty.
Yes. Dank.
So let's move on. Who cares? Guys, listen. If you're just a person who's just sharing your opinion, that's fine. But don't pretend that it's anything more than that. You're like a person coming into Blockbuster Video, walking around the store being like, I saw that Christmas movie. That one was so good. Okay, that's great. If you're Steven Spielberg, we want to hear about your opinion. If you're War Kai Wong, we want to hear about your opinion. If you're David Lynch, we want to hear about your opinion. We don't care. If you're the manager of the Blockbuster branch, we care about your opinion. But if you're just another person walking into Blockbusters, quite frankly, don't tap me on the shoulder and tell me what I should watch tonight. You know what I'm saying? No one cares. Let's move on.
I'm not sure who's next. No hands up. No new speakers.
Yeah, we need to get some people up here.
Mohammed, was there a movie you were looking for specifically? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Voice, what do you got?
Voice has to take off his gloves because it's cold. He has to unlock his phone. Remember? He's got the gloves on.
Man, I'm just chilling, man.
I got you.
How you gonna do yo-yo tricks with gloves
hey,
on?
you guys, you calling on me at the wrong. I'm getting, when I leave my job, when I go to these pickups, they got this little security at the door, right? So I gotta take all this shit out of my pockets and shit like that. They real deep on security up in here, but. I'm getting searched and shit right now. Was getting wanded actually with a fucking metal detector. You know what I'm saying? They trying to see if motherfuckers is stealing up out of here. But, I'm like, why y'all gotta search a motherfucker that's going, I work here and I'm the truck driver of this company. So it's like, why the fuck is y'all searching me? My bad with the language, but, like, why y'all want to search me? If I'm coming back here, you know what I'm saying? But still,
Search
it's some,
Search
yeah, it's just a little, yeah. I mean, I don't want nothing up in here. I got everything at my house. You know what I'm saying? you know. So
Well, see, we got Don,
it's a
Pack
thing that they
now.
got
Go
to
ahead.
do. It's a thing they got to do for everybody up in here, though. So it ain't just like it's me. They point out, but it's like, damn, shit. It's irritating, though. You
Let's
know.
go to Don Pack. He just showed up. Don Pack, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, Mooks?
Talk to us.
I don't have a big question for Pauly because I know he doesn't want to answer anything about the project, and I don't want to part of my language. I don't want dick ride or nothing, but I just wanted to say that I've been having a lot of fun with this. Like, this has been so much fun. Like, I don't know if Pauly, before I was originally the code man. Like, that was me. Like, I was speculating. I was sitting on the sidelines, so I'm gonna speculate and watch this, and then I watched myself cope. And so, the same thing, I've heard you in spaces before, and I felt like you were talking to me, and you're like, you're not a trader, you're not good at this, just figure out something, believe in it, whatever, go for it. And so that's what I've done with this. I've been having a great time with it. I didn't mind obviously or anything because I was coping, but I swap. I have a great time. It's given me the ability to come up and kind of talk in these spaces. I've been a restaurant manager my whole life, so I've always talked in front of people, but it's inspired me to come up and say what's on my mind, and make some really fun memes. I love memes. Some of the original memes you make are hilarious, and so I try to make some really really fun ones, and got into a little bit of artwork and stuff, kind of like Mooks had said. So it's just been an incredible journey right now. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, man. We got a bunch of speakers too. Thanks, Don Pack, man. It's great to see you involved. Stormy, how you doing? You there?
Hey,
Welcome
yeah,
to
hey,
Drive Through.
Mooks. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome. I
Great.
just want to know the significance of the purple square. That's all. That's my question. It's because I do street art and I do purple squares all the way as part of my tag. So I was just curious as to Pauly's take on what the purple square means to him.
I don't know if he's there,
I'm in
but
the middle of something.
I
Give me a minute, but it doesn't mean anything. It means whatever you want it to mean. It's just a symbol that I'm using in the context of something. And I don't know. Symbols are very interesting. I could probably write like 100-page paper about what the purple square means, but I could also just tell you that it means nothing. And I think that it would adequately do justice to it.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I just love the color purple, and a lot of people hate the color purple. And I agree with you on symbols and what they mean and what they, spark memories or have history for you. So I was just curious if it had any like provenance for you, because it does for me. Just like the joining of the colors of red and blue and coming together. So that was all I was asking about. And then the other thing was, I just heard someone say, and maybe you guys can all talk about it. I'm going to go off mic. But what's going on in the United States tonight with some like national alert or something, and everybody all on our phones? Have you guys heard about this? That's all I wanted to know.
Pauly, you read about the phone alert that's
I'm in
coming?
the middle of
I
something,
think it's
guys. There's 700 people in here. Please just pretend that I'm one of them and let me fade into oblivion.
okay. Yeah, sure. Stormy, I think it's like a test of the emergency broadcast service or something like that. I remember Trump did something where he was like talking about how he was happy he could buzz everybody's phone at the same time, like as a flex. I don't know. I don't think it's much more than that. Hopefully, are you predicting something more, Stormy?
No, I'm not. It just makes me a little sus. Like, why do we need a national alert and everyone's phone is going off? I mean, isn't that what our counties and our states for? I don't know. I usually sometimes put my tinfoil hat on. That's all. I was just
Yeah,
curious.
I've been getting an excessive number of just spam phone calls and call the phone company. They can't do anything about it. Pay extra money. Nothing works. Calls all day, texts, and so on. But yeah, we've got enough going on with alerts. I think they should keep it to the real stuff, but I don't know. Let's go to cherry flavored Pepe, who's going to win the
Oh, one
Halloween
thing
costume.
though, and then I have to go back to work. I just wanted to say it out loud to Pauly, just in case. Pauly, I do have you were interested in a high security um, firm. I do have a company that would be completely, if you need their information, it would be all, private and whatever, if you wanted to reach out to them. They do big events like the Oscars and hotels, but it's a very close friend of mine from high
Thank
school
you.
who built up the
I
company.
appreciate
So I got to go to work. Bye. Bye.
it.
Yeah, so somebody just posted it, so I'll read it. It says, "Don't panic. American cell phones will get an alert from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, right, at 2:20 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. But don't worry, it's only a test. Cherry flavored pepper, are you ready for it?"
Yeah, good morning, Vietnam. Can I get a cappuccino with a dank frosty, please?
Of course you can. How you doing? Are you going to win the Halloween costume contest?
Oh yeah, I want to dress up as Starship Troopers.
Okay. Are you? I saw you're going to host a space. I think you should. I have one piece of advice which you don't have to accept, but I think you should schedule it. Schedule a space, because then when you have time for everyone to share it and retweet it and prep for it and set it to a time, you'll get more participants, which makes the whole process much easier. It builds momentum. So I would pick your time slot, at least for the first one. I totally support you doing it. I think you've got a great personality for it, and I'll be there provided I can be. But yeah, I would schedule it. Talk. What else you got going
Thank you
on?
so much. Yeah, I hope you can show up. It's gonna be different. I think y'all are gonna love it. It's definitely gonna be different, and it's gonna be fun. Honestly, I was super nervous, but now that the days I let it roll out a bit, now I'm like super amped, super hyped. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I can speak. I can tell you this. There's times like when I get really anxious for like almost no reason, just like a few minutes before the launch time. And it's like, every single time it's the same outcome. It's like, well, there's nothing to be nervous about. You're cut out for it or you're not. But also, like, I think the advice I would give you is just have a couple of people that like have a good mix and background of like when the technical questions come up. Like, I couldn't do this without Solver. And there's a lot of people who have like helped fill in those gaps. Gloomy is one of them. Kenobi certainly. Like, people, and there's no shortage of people like this. So just like I don't think you should be hesitant to reach out to those people in advance of it, just to like pad the speakers panel so that you've got your bases covered. But I think beyond that, like, I do think that creative titles are key for when you're starting out, because like that can drive interest by itself, and that's all that people see that don't know you, right? When they're like just perusing what spaces are open. So the better title, and then the last thing I would say, and I think it's the most key ingredient, is consistency. Of just, if you're going to be a spaces host, like, if you're going to do it once a week, that's cool, but like do it at the same time, and then people can, and then if you miss it, like, it's kind of like missing a job, like you're out, like, or at least you're, it just doesn't hold up as well. I just think that's a piece of advice I would say, is consistency is key. Like, it's key in many areas in life. Like, if you're learning the piano or the guitar or whatever you're learning, like, you've got to be consistent about it, or it's just not gonna come together. So I think that is the actual most important ingredient. It's like showing up is 90% of the battle, right? Like, I remember in high school there was this kid, he had missed like a lot of classes for whatever class it was, and then he showed up, it was the final exam, and the teacher, like, he was late to it, and the teacher was like, I'm sorry, like, you there's no way that you're going to pass this class, like, you have too many absences, you missed the midterm or whatever, and like something else. And he was like, well, I'm here now, like, that's got to be worth something, like, I'm here. And like, he was able to convince the teacher, and he did pass that class. Like, showing up is 90% of the battle, or maybe even higher than that. But anyways, Cherry, are you going to let us in on like the format of your space, or what are your plans?
It's got to be a surprise. It's gonna be a good surprise. I will go and do that thing you said about scheduling it so people know, though. I'll quickly try and figure that out.
Yeah, and you can edit the title like after, like, even 1 minute prior to the event beginning. So like you could just put it out there, and I think, yeah, pick a good time, like pick a prime time, like this I consider to be like the morning drive. It's a little bit late, 9:30 Eastern, but it's like, it's something I can do reliably. So that's another thing that went into picking the time, but it seems to work well. Because it's also tough to communicate like West Coast, East Coast. If you're West Coast and you're starting at midnight, like, all of us are asleep usually. But anyways, all just stuff to think about. Appreciate you being here, and I look forward to that. Let me go to Go Avatar. Oh, he's requesting. I'm sorry. And Pepe Daddy's here too. Hey, are you with us, Pepe Daddy?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, what's up,
I'm
guys?
gonna, I'm gonna be cycling some speakers, so if you do want to stay on the stage, raise your hand, and you can stick around, maybe ask Pauly a question. But let's yeah, I want to go to Pepe Daddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. Are you familiar with like the Doge card?
Doge Cord.
No, Doge card, like a debit card.
I am not personally, no.
I think
But
it'd be cool if see, I have it's a Doge card. It's an
well, can I
app.
ask you a question first? Are you familiar with the Gemini card, where you can earn Pepe for when you spend?
Yeah, I haven't. I've downloaded Gemini. I've heard about it, but I have not received. I haven't like navigated through it to get the card or whatever. But
Hmm.
I was just thinking a Pawn Coin card. I know like right now Doge card is having I can't use it because I guess they're switching bank. So they obviously use a bank to do all this. So
Yeah.
I don't know the extent of all that, but it'd be cool to have a Pawn Coin card.
Yeah, I mean, I think we would all love to have that. I don't know how complicated that is, or any of the details surrounding it, but I do know that Gemini has a card that I have and use, and am earning Pepe, and you can select from, I think, 4 or 5 different cryptocurrencies of which you can earn rewards in for spending, just like a regular like credit card works. But in this case, it's crypto that goes into your wallet. It's super cool. I love the fact that you know, that Gemini responded in very, very rapidly, and addressed like the real community's concerns with it, and embraced Pepe in the way that they did. And I think that it'll be a win for them and us long term. I feel like Gemini is handled this certainly much differently than Coinbase did, who like, you know, has ignored us straight up on the timeline, and we've been like flexing against them. And I think we really can stand up against them. You know, their Twitter account has 5.1 million followers, and we ratioed them hard yesterday. And I encourage people in this community to, if you've got ideas where like, you know, the power in numbers that we have here together, we need to flex it. And like, I think, you know, provided we have a good discussion around what it is that we agree we want to do and say in the space, like, let's start to really motivate and empower ourselves by, like, you know, using the power of the collective, the collective power we have here to just amplify our messages, because this is a great time for that, from the Pepe community. But who's got that? Where's the Doge card come from? Like, what's the history of that?
I'm not sure. I found it on Twitter. I think Slum Doge Millionaire was like advertising for it, but I started using it, and man, I would, you know, use it every day for bills, and I racked it up to like $200. And Elon Musk tweeted about Doge months ago and ran it up to a couple hundred, and I ended up selling. But now what I do with it is whatever I get, I just transfer it over to Pepe.
Yeah,
But
and
now,
Ginny Joe, who's a great community member, is saying that the Doge card is nice because it's a debit card, no APR, no fees, etc.
yeah.
She loved it and could load money onto it. Like, I had a similar card with Coinbase that I cut in half, actually, and I'm never going to use again. But
I haven't cut mine in half, but I'm about to. I did delete Coinbase. I haven't cut mine in half. I meant to make a video and like tag Coinbase on them, but I haven't
that'd
done
be a
it yet.
good one. That'd be a good one to cut it. Like, if I could do it over, um, I would cut it on video and just like make it, you know, better. And now, if, like, knowing what I know now, like, throw it up on the big board to have everyone retweet it. I just think, I mean, that's the type of content that, you know, makes you look. And I think everybody here is seasoned in memes in a different way, in a way that really further empowers this community, right? Like, having spent a lot of time, all of us probably too much, like I'm certainly guilty of, but I don't care, right? Because I make time for this and it's very important to me. But it's like, I do also think that, like, this is memes 2.0, and I think that would qualify as such. Go ahead, Pauly.
I was just going to let you guys know that we're switching temporarily to a link tree format because the people are just too obsessive with reporting the links, and it's just taking a little bit more of my time than I'd like. So there's a new link tree on the official Pawn Twitter account. It's the link in the bio, and it's also up on the Jumbotron right now. So the reason that Linktree is good is that it should not have any issues on the X platform. I personally like the domains that we have, and many of them are embedded in the link tree. So yeah, just making sure that you guys know. Want to make sure to spread the word about that it's not some bogus thing. It is real. It is authentic. Ordinarily, I wouldn't use Linktree, but for this circumstance, I think it's a good temporary solution so that we can continue to keep the primary focus on the development of the actual project itself, not taking countermeasures to deal with butthurt trolls who need a large heaping dose of preparation h.net.
Can we go? That's excellent. Thanks for the update. Can we go to Go Avatar? I don't know if that's a Go Avatar. Are you with us? I had a feeling that was not going to be there. All right. Nobody has their hand up. Oh, Go Avatar. Go ahead. He left. All right. I don't know. Great update there with the link tree. So now it's good to stay informed of what's going on. We play Royal Song Crypto 2.0, celebrating the launch of Conda. It's going to be televised. It's going to be incentivized. You're going to be 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, get rewards. Take a dip in the pond. Spot to swap. What you dying for? What you crying for? Come on, smile more. You should receive rewards galore when you out here buying more. No introductions needed, you are not dreaming. We
in the pond screaming, Pauly, you's a genius. The whole team is cannot be defeated. Immutable blockchain, this contract cannot be deleted. I'm motivated now more than ever. Blood in the water, capitulation, higher self pressure, bear market conditions, dry as ever. In the pond, taking shelter, weather the storm together, swapping clean air drops forever. You heard that right, it's on sight. They try and shut it down. Nope. That's alright. This thing is worldwide. That's a long flight. When it's wartime, we gonna all fight. Sleeping on OG Pepe, that's a long night. You just a fly to a frog, a small bite. We in the pond all day and all night. Lavish lily pad haters really had going song twice. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the rewards. Take a dip in the pond. Spot the swap, what you dying for? What you crying for? Come on, smile more. You should receive rewards galore when you out here buying more. Verse 2, what's this? Crypto 2.0. Okay. Let me assure you, I think that you should know a thing or two before you choose to go and get wrecked like a fool trying to skip high school and go straight to the pros. You wanna ball before you crawl, learning protocol.
Yo, if anybody has any questions, throw your hands up. Feel free to come up as a speaker. I'm digging this Crypto 2.0 tune from Royal Rich. It's a super dope song celebrating this. It's funny that you just mentioned high school. I'm picturing the kid in his new Air Jordans crying at a high school. Yeah, Salver, you got any thoughts? Nobody's here. It's just me and okay, we got some requests here. Oh, Royal Rich is here with a new PFP. What's up, bro? And Rhizome. All right, great. Glad to see some new requests, bringing up a bunch of people. Royal, what's up, bro? Great to hear this tune again, man. Crypto 2.0, I love it. Love the title, love the beat, love the words.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Can you hear me? I am in the car. It might sound funny. I'd like that cappuccino, dank nugs.
Yes, sir.
The
dank nugs.
Pumpkin spice cheesecake, or that's the dank spice.
The dank pumpkin spice cheesecake. Yep.
Yeah. I want that.
In before Cheesecake Factory and Wendy's.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just punched into lunch, you know, man, I'm on the clock. But I did want to pop up and just give you that double salute for playing the track, Crypto 2.0. We in the pond.
Hell yeah. Yeah, for everybody listening, make sure and follow Royal. He's produced like also other songs too that are killer. I consider this like to be the anthem of the movement, you know, and it's the words are spot on, the beats are cool. It's something to blast in the car and celebrate, you know, your involvement in Pondex and Pepe too. And you've got another killer track, which is Pepe's The People's Token. I love it also. Yeah, man, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, no doubt, man. I'm just here for the ride, you know. Just glad everybody's enjoying the whole, you know, like you said, it's a movement, man. We're doing our thing. Just proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I think like, you know, you earned a seat at the top of it basically by creating killer tracks. And for everybody who's here, there's opportunity everywhere with this. Whether you're an artist, a coder, making music, and you know, everybody here supports people creating content, and the cream rises to the top. I'll say that. So congratulations again, Royal. I feel like your music is eternal. It's marking time for me personally in these moments, and I know people love the tracks, dude. It's dope. You are a legend in this, right? Like this music will be with us for a very, very long time, and I love it, man. So big ups. Let me say hi to Rhizome. Glad you're here, Rhizome. Welcome to the drive-thru. Can I take your order, please?
Yeah, thanks, Mooks. Appreciate it. Hey, I got a question for both you and Pauly. You know, in the mimetic magic book, he talks about like when you're creating, your memes or whatever type of art, that you kind of distract yourself with something else at the same time so that these like spirits can kind of come in and create through you. And so my question was, do either of you do that with the memes you're creating? And do you have like a specific like spirit that you connect with that comes through? And I'll listen in the background. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to see if Pauly wants to answer that.
Yeah, I have a team of demons. They write all my material. Usually, I have to bend over, put my forehead on the ground, spread my butt cheeks, and let the possession take full grip.
I don't want to. I'll answer this when he leaves. I do want to talk about that, but do you have a follow-up question, Rizo?
No, that was it. I was curious about it because the book's pretty wild and there's some
It's
cool stuff
amazing.
to it. And I know like when I'm creating music or like writing poetry or doodling or something, I often like the good stuff often comes in a way that it doesn't seem like it's mine, you know? And I'm sure you guys have that experience in creating too, where like the best stuff doesn't seem like it's forced, it doesn't seem like it's mine. And I think there's like parallels to just like free flow hip hop type stuff. You know, like Jack Kerouac type writing, that type of stuff. So I just think it's an intriguing topic overall, and I'm also interested in like how far the woo woo can be spread about it and talked about because like me personally, I don't connect with spirits or anything like that I know of, but I'm interested in people who think that they are doing that and seeing how that works in their minds. And I'm just interested in the creative process overall. But thanks for your comments, Paul. That
I
was pretty
actually
funny.
want to have an extended conversation with you about this specific topic, but let's go to Pauly. While he's here, I don't want to take up the
No,
time of me
I think
talking. Go
it's an
ahead, Pauly.
interesting conversation. I think that my sort of take on the Packwood thing, Packwood's the guy who wrote Mimetic Magic, the book that he's talking about. I think that everyone has like different reads on it, and a lot of the sort of a lot of the ideas resonate with me in that book, but I don't have like this sort of like exorcist type of reaction to it. I think that some of these people get very, very whimsical about their interpretation of it. And I don't think that my interpretation is very different. I just think that my reaction and my way of contextualizing it is different. Like I think that memes are powerful, and I think that they're full of energy, and I think that they transmit energy and they transmit information and expression and communication. But I think that you know that's kind of as far as I take it in my own interpretation. That's just my personal thing, and I think that some others take that sort of observation to like a pretty like far out spiritual or metaphysical level or interpretation. So I just think everyone's different. Some people go to church 7 days a week and pray 5 times a day, and some people believe in God and you would never know it. You know what I mean? Maybe they pray in their head while they're walking around at the grocery store and you have no idea. So everyone just I think it's I think that memes are like universal, but I think that our practice with them and our their relationship to us is completely 100% personal. So I think it's just I think that book is super interesting, but I don't like treat it as gospel. I just find it a source of interesting inspiration for thought and a different perspective.